here with us. And Kalee, it's kind of like muggy a little bit outside. I mean, like the wind is helping, but it's just, yeah, it's kind of,
well, the wind
may
be helping, but it's also the culprit.
Oh, tell me more about that. Wait,
well,
why?
Because the wind's pumping up the moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, which is why it is feeling a little bit more on the muggy side. It's a very spring forecast, but you can thank the wind, and you can also
I always learn something from you people in that weather center.
Well, I did my job. I'm done.
See you later.
I can go home now. All right, let's go through the forecast so you can learn something at home too. Here's a look at our satellite and radar. You can see nothing's going on radar-wise, but satellite kind of tells us a little bit more of a story here, where you have a blanket of cloud cover over many locations. Spot that did see a little bit of sunshine here off to the northwest is much warmer. Look at that, 82, what the sun can do, right? In Seymour, 82 in Archer City as well as Wichita Falls. That's not good though for them, because they could see a few thunderstorms later, and you really don't want the sun because it makes the atmosphere a little bit more unstable. We do not have to worry about thunderstorms for the majority of the area, at least today, but that changes as we move forward. For most of us, though, the big story today and tonight going into tomorrow is the winds. I mean, woo, hold on to everything, right? 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts at Love Field. This camera right now is the best one to show the fact that it's shaking quite a bit. If you stare at it really closely, you can see it at 75 degrees at Love Field. Denton at 73, gusts 29 miles per hour there. And then if you look at Cedar Hill, you can see that gusts about 22 miles per hour. A few breaks in the clouds there. You can see a little bit of sun reflecting off the lake, but yeah, overall it's cloudy. 75 degrees in downtown Dallas, winds gusting up to 31 miles per hour. The rest of the evening, very mild. So it's going to be extremely nice out there all the way through the evening and into tomorrow morning. By tomorrow morning, 65. We will talk about tomorrow because that's when we can start to introduce a little bit of a rain chance on you. We'll break that down coming up.
All right, Kalee.
Oh, that's the wind.
Okay. I mean, I figured.
I also did like a little dance move over here, so I thought you were talking about me.
Kalee just does whatever the weather does. So it's windy. She jiggles a little bit.
Over here.
It's sunny outside. She's happy. Oh, look at those flowers behind you.
I know. Can we just take a minute and do like a beauty break?
Yes. I'm there. I love those tulips.
Right? This is the Dallas blooms. This is happening right now at the Dallas Arboretum. I bet this is a picture. If it was live, you'd be seeing them kind of blow around a little bit. But it's just gorgeous out there, and it kicks off spring break this weekend. There's a lot of events going on leading into St. Patrick's Day, a lot of blooming happening, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. So I'm glad that they sent those pictures over. But again, they'd be blown around if that was a live camera. 33 degrees. I'm so glad that's wrong. I'm so glad that's wrong. 33-mile-per-hour wind gusts in McKinney, 23 in Hillsborough, 26 in Decatur, and 31 in Bowie. This is going to continue. Now, it's going to fluctuate. Those were the peak wind gusts we've had in a little several hours. But as we move forward through the rest of the evening, we could have a peak wind gust up to 40 miles per hour. Now, we are going to see mainly below wind advisory criteria, though, so this is where most of those are going to stay here as we go into the overnight hours. Let me step aside so you can see we continue this mostly cloudy, windy setup all the way through and into the weekend. So don't expect this to go anywhere anytime soon. Right now, the temperatures range anywhere from the mid to upper 70s to the lower 80s. Look, we have a few spots in the lower 80s there, but most of us are sitting right around the low to mid 70s right now. As we go into the overnight hours tonight, expected to be mild. This is as cool as it's going to get. 65 in Dallas, 66 in Fort Worth, 67 in McKinney, Paris 67, and 65 in Seymour. So you can see there that it's going to be mild, and another day where we're going to see a wide range where you could stay in the mid 70s. You can see it here in East Texas, or you could reach up into the lower to mid 80s. We just have a lot of that southerly wind that's going to bring in the warmer air. We're warming ahead of that storm system, and this is going to be the case as we go into Friday as well. But that starts where we're going to start to go back down, closer to normal or even slightly below as we go into next week. So you can see here that as we go into the weekend, we're going to be in the 70s, but you're going to have to dodge some rain, sometimes more than others, which we'll talk about here in just a second. And then as we go into Monday and Tuesday, it's going to be dry. Temperatures are going to stay in the 60s, upper 60s. That's exactly where we should be. So it'll be right around normal there to start off next week. So let's talk about the rain side of this. There's no rain out there right now. Overnight, you may feel a few sprinkles out there, but overall, as we move forward into the next few days and going into next weekend, we are going to see the rain coverage go up. So it really jumps up Sunday. You can see what I'm talking about there. But Friday, along and north of I-20, there's a good chance you could see a few scattered showers. And then as we go into Saturday, most of the day, 20% coverage, not much, in the western portions of North Texas. Overnight Saturday, which you don't see here, it's right in this, pretend you're with me here, 80% coverage, and then 60% for Sunday. But we also have the chance each day, even though the coverage is low, for some parts of North Texas to see strong to severe storms. Here's Friday. Majority of our area is fine. You're fine unless you're in one of these colors here, and that's green for marginal. That does clip Wichita Falls, Arch City. I know you guys are watching us up there, so I want to make sure I talk about you. And then slight risk even farther out of the way. So we go into Saturday. Saturday does highlight more of our viewing area. So we've got up to 60-mile-per-hour winds, quarter-size hail. Not every storm will get there. And this is going to be late Saturday night into Sunday, so the loss of daytime heating is good on the. It's good because that helps fuel storms. So when we go overnight, it goes down and down. But what we're going to see here is what happens off to the west if that intensity holds together as it moves toward DFW. So Saturday night, I want you to make sure if you haven't downloaded the WFA app, you do that now so that it can alert you when you're sleeping if necessary. Going into Sunday morning, it shifts to the east Texas Sunday into Sunday afternoon. Again, a few storms may have winds up to 60 miles per hour and up to quarter-size hail. Either way, we're getting some rain. We need the rain at this point. ½ inch to an inch of rainfall for DFW, lower amounts to the south, higher amounts up closer to the Red River, where most of that rain's going to stay Thursday, Friday into Saturday. So that's a lot to take in. Coming up in the next half hour, I am going to show you the timecast and break it down hour by hour, so make sure you stay with us there. If you look here tonight, 65 degrees, a few sprinkles, but overall a dry forecast, cloudy and warm, and it will be windy again. 79 degrees as we go into the day tomorrow. And here's a look at that 10-day forecast. Another thing to remember.
All right. Oh, I was going to see what picture you put up this time.
I didn't have one.
Oh,
well. It's just me. That's all you get. Should I get real close?
No, yeah, that's a cute dress though. Hey. All right, meteorologist Kalee, Dionne here to tell us what's going on weather-wise.
Yeah, so we have a lot going on as we move forward. It's been kind of a quiet start to the week, even though we've had clouds, but coming up in the next few days, we're going to talk about some more. But we're staying in the wind tunnel. It feels like we are, right? The winds are going to be gusting really all the way through the weekend, but it's at least bringing in warmer air. So it's going to feel much better than if it was out of the north. Now, storm chances return for some tomorrow, for most of us Saturday. So we are going to go over all the details if you're just joining us and you missed it earlier. Here's a look at our satellite and radar. We're seeing mainly cloudy conditions, a few spots seeing a little bit of sunshine there. Temperatures are ranging anywhere from the mid to upper 70s, a few spots that have had more sunshine in the lower 80s. Otherwise, here's a live look at Love Field, where this is a real camera. You could see just how bad that wind is out there. It's shaking. It's 75 degrees there. But if it's a great night to fire up the grill. Green spatulas across the board. Despite the wind, it's going to be fantastic. Very mild as temperatures are going to stay in the 70s and 60s as we go into the overnight hours. The coolest it's going to get is the mid 60s. Now we are going to continue to talk about a cool down as we go into next week. I'll have more on that, plus the storm timeline coming up. We're going to say that.
I said women in silence by accident.
I could do this weather
true.
in silence, and you just decide what you take away from this and what you don't, based on the graphics.
Show us some pictures. We should do that one day. Do you think they'd let us?
I wonder if that would be a hit, though, because you know how you like the fireplace that's just on during Christmas and nothing happens, no one's saying anything?
Let's try it.
I don't know. I wouldn't be probably good for a job. Hey, my daughter said it best this morning. I was trying to get her to sing happy birthday to my mom because it's her birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. But she was like, I'm hot. I'm hot. And she just kept saying, I'm hot. Well, it's not actually hot, but that's Mila's way of saying it's humid. It's muggy. It's sticky. She was pulling at her shirt. 76 degrees as the high temperature today. That's 10 degrees above normal, so it is warm for now, but we'll see what Mila feels like late in the summer, right? 75 degrees as the temperature out there at this point, but the big story today was the winds, and it still is. South winds 26 miles per hour, pumping in the warm air and the moisture, which is why it's so warm and muggy. Here's our peak wind gust right now. We've got 29 in Denton, 33 in McKinney, 25 in Greenville, 28 in Terrell, and 16 in Canton. If you look here at our forecast low temperatures, you are going to see the mid 60s. We should be in the 40s. Look at this, 40 right here. Nope, we're going to be in the 60s because of the cloud cover and the winds that are going to be pumping in the warm air. Expect those temperatures to be above normal. normal once again as we go into Thursday, Friday, and into Saturday as well. But we are going to start to go down though. Once that storm system moves through Saturday evening into Sunday, once it does that, we are going to start to see the temperatures cool off at normal or even below as we go into the beginning of next week. So next week, 68, that's exactly where you should be on Monday of next week, and 65 on Tuesday. Between now and then, though, we do have to talk about the chance for rain that's going to increase each day as we move closer to the weekend. So looking at our radar and satellite right now, nothing on radar, just clouds, few breaks in the clouds there. Otherwise, it's going to be up here over the next few days that we're going to be watching for thunderstorms to develop in the late evening going into the overnight hours. I want to show this. Nothing's happening overnight tonight into tomorrow here, but this is where we're going to see those storms going up toward Oklahoma City and Wichita Falls. You need to start paying attention as we go into tomorrow night and into early Friday. A few thunderstorms. We're not talking a lot. An isolated storm or two popping up that could be on the strong side. Otherwise, Friday, everyone starts to get a better chance of rain. Still, the coverage isn't great. Few showers possible along and north of I-20 as we go into the afternoon Friday. Then Friday night, those same locations up to the northwest need to keep an eye out. Otherwise, Saturday morning, a few showers from Mineral Wells down to Granbury over to Fort Worth. Most of the rainfall is going to hold off until for Saturday night as a line of showers and thunderstorms forms along front that's going to be pushing through. So really for the main time frame for DFW is going to be late Saturday while most of us are sleeping through early Sunday morning here 6 o'clock in the morning right over DFW. It's going to move off to the east into East Texas as we go into Sunday, 11 o'clock. So it's already starting to dry up for DFW. So this isn't an all-day event. It's positioned at night when a lot of us are sleeping, so you can get some hours dry during the day Saturday and during the day on Sunday. So Sunday afternoon and evening will be dry. But again, both Saturday and Sunday, you keep your guard up. It's March in North Texas, so severe weather could be an issue. A widespread event, not what we're expecting, but a storm or two could reach severe criteria, which is 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. That's Saturday. This is Sunday when the storms shift to the east. Otherwise, going back over the forecast for tonight, no chance for thunderstorms, a sprinkle or two, not out of the question, but 65 degrees as the overnight low. Tomorrow, 79 degrees, cloudy, warm, and it will, of course, be windy like today. Here's a look at that 10-day forecast here where you can see we spring forward overnight going Saturday into Sunday. A lot's happening Saturday night into Sunday. I feel like I've been saying that a ton. St. Patrick's Day, next chance for rain after that. Showers and thunderstorms possible there with cooler air behind it. So kind of pleasing both everybody.
I was like, what's happening Saturday night into Sunday? Oh, like the weather and like the time, but like nothing else.
Nothing else.
Please, not for me. Okay, anyway, a big win for Disney Plus.